I'm going to put you guys on a little lovely stand. Wait, I'm trying to prop you up on the table. But I'm not going to need to prop you up on the table. I'm just going to talk to you. I hope this doesn't get cut off. YouTube went through a period of cutting off the live streams. If I did it from my phone, I hope that doesn't happen now. How is everyone? What's everyone doing? 6 months. Just got my chip from my meeting. Well, that was a wild ride, to say the least. I mean, hey Donna, hey Tracy, hey Kate, thank you. 6 months. I just picked this up from my home group. 6 months today. I gave my 90-day chip back. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. 6 months ago, my life was in complete free fall. It was burnt to the ground. I didn't know. Thank you for saying that. One day at a time, exactly. Kate, Sarah, Tara. Why can't I say that name? Teresa. One day at a time. Thank you, Cynthia. Keep trudging the road of happy destiny. I read that today. I just read that at the meeting today. A vision for you, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy to think what my life was like 6 months ago compared to today. I reached my 6 months the 30th of January, 31st of January. The last day of January was my actual 6 months, but I got my chip today because I last used on the last day of July. 18 months after relapse. Wow, Elizabeth, that's amazing. My children are great. You know what's weird is the 6 months coincided with me having no restrictions on my kids' visitation or anything anymore. So that's been it felt like a really significant day, that both of those things happened at the same time. It felt significant or something, But yeah, within the same week, both of those things happened, so I don't have any restrictions anymore. But I mean, I'm still putting my life back together or trying not to control it, But still, I'm trying to have the courage to change the things I can and accept the things I can't and have the wisdom to know the difference. That's like the serenity prayer, right? It was a wild... I don't know how many of you saw it because you're on YouTube and I didn't have YouTube. When I was relapsed, my YouTube was still banned, so I didn't post on here through the relapse. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So you didn't see the worst of it, but oh my God. I mean, I was going to leave all my posts. I have all my posts that I made when I was high on TikTok and Instagram. They're still there. And my plan was to leave them up. But I'm second guessing that plan now. I might take them down just because I can't. I wanted to look at them and make a... It was scary, Donna, yeah. It was... I was completely psychotic. I tried to look at one of my high posts recently, a couple of days ago, just to see if I could react to it, to kind of give some insight into how crazy I was compared to like now being relatively sane. And I couldn't even watch it. It made me feel sick. So the whole point of leaving them up was that I was going to talk about what it's like to be sober, seeing. I thought it was quite interesting to be able to have a perspective of someone clean, being able to look how they were when they were using, because I was total Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. But the problem is I can't watch those videos. I really tried, but I felt sick. So I think I'm going to take them down. Because it was such a horrible time. And you know what made me get sober was, so with good reason, my kids were taken off me because I was using. When my kids were taken off me, I was like, okay, well, there's no reason to be alive anymore. I just go and get as things off the street and just take them because I've heard that there's fentanyl and everything. So I just go to the street and get it all, and hopefully it'll be curtains. But it wasn't working. I'd wake up the next day, be like, well, I'm still here. What? That's not supposed to be what happened. And so I was in this treadmill of like trying to check out, but then not checking out. Sorry if this is graphic. But then one day, my kids, my little boy Alfie, me and my ex live a mile apart from each other, and he jumped over the fence at my ex's house. I don't know how he did it. He moved some trash cans from one side of the house to the other, and it's a big house. So it was a big like operation for him. So he obviously planned it. He's 7. He moved the trash cans, got on them, jumped over the wall, and he was found halfway between my house and his mum's house. And I didn't know because no one was talking to me. I found out about this 3 days later. He was found by the police luckily someone recognized him. And he's not going to say, like, if someone says, what's your name? He won't answer. How old are you? He won't answer. He's talking more, but he's not conversational. So terrifying. Luckily, someone recognized him, and the police were able to take him back. But anyway, when I found out about it, that's why I stopped. Because I was like, you selfish, horrible man. You've given up, basically. You've given up on those kids. You've just given up your weak, horrible dad. And I made the decision that day to stop. Of course, being an addict, I couldn't stop. But I made the decision that day to stop. So then I went to Russia trying to get sober. I came back. And I checked myself into 2 rehabs. I checked myself into two rehabs at the same time. That's how crazy I was. One of them on the east side of LA, one of them near where I live. I don't quite know why or what I was doing. Anyway, I did it, and I was sort of going to one in the morning and one in the afternoon. I couldn't get to the one. I was so crazy, I couldn't even follow driving instructions to get to where I was, where I needed to go for the rehab. So I stopped and I went nuts for a week. I think I lost my marbles for a week when I stopped. And, but it was all because of the eloping, all because of Alfie, I believe, trying to find me. This is the reason that I eventually stopped. And when I checked myself into rehab, I do need to. Thank goodness he was found. Yeah, I mean, I knew nothing about it. And then 3 days after it happened, I was getting DMs about it. I don't even know how people knew. I think there was, it was put on a Facebook group. I think the police took a picture of him, put it on a Facebook group, said, doesn't anyone know who this boy is? And of course, being Facebook, everyone kind of knew who he was. Thank God. And I think that's what happened. I'm still a bit unclear about what happened. But all I know is he stopped off to get some candy on the way. And he got the candy. Sour Patch Kids, he loves those. He didn't have any money, obviously. He was asking people, candy, candy? And they scooped him up and took him back to his mum's. I know that. But yeah, that was 6 months ago that happened. And now I've got my kids back. I don't have any restrictions on seeing them. I have them overnight, and it's wonderful. It's exactly as it was before all this happened. So, what happened to the guy's day where you were? I don't know what happened there. It does that occasionally. My phone will just cut off. Damn. So I can't see that comment now. Talking sensibly. Am I talking sensibly? I hope I'm talking sensibly. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Milestone, I guess, 6 months, one day at a time. I haven't got this, but 6 months is, I didn't know if I would get it. So, yeah, I wanted to sort of let you know about that. And, if anyone's struggling in the early days, all I did, I'm only saying this because they asked me to talk about it at my meeting today that I just went to. How did you do it? They say that when anyone has a birthday. How did you do it? And all I did was I followed suggestion. I put one foot in front of the other. I didn't take all my problems at one. My problems were like a mountain of problems when I first got sober. My counsellor in rehab said, it's like when you're going 120 miles an hour down the highway and a problem comes in. My kids, throw it in the back seat. My ex, throw it in the back seat. I don't know, like legal, throw it in the back seat. I don't know, any number of problems or, anything. Straight in the back seat, throw in the back seat, throw in the back seat. But I'm going 120 miles an hour down the highway, so those problems, I don't see them. But when I stop using, I slam my foot on the brakes, and all those problems just come over my head and just cover me. And I felt like completely covered in this insurmountable mountain of problems. And if I took them all as this mountain to get over, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I had to just take one step at a time. I had to get my sponsor and rely on the guys in the group and my sponsor, talk to them, tell them what was going on. I'm telling you this because this is just what I did if you're in early days. I am going to do more music YouTube, Sarah, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you like those. I am going to do that. I'm still working on what to do next. Obviously, in your first few months of recovery, you completely change. And I feel like I'm just getting my marbles back a little bit now. And I don't quite know, content-wise, what I want to do next. So I'm taking a little break from the longer form, but I'm still doing lives and, I post a short every day, just talking about where I am and stuff in the journey. I hate that word, but it does make sense, journey, but I hate that word for recovery. But yeah, it's a fascinating. When I think about all the different stages. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and after chemically altering your brain, says Jesus is King, don't worry if you look a little crazy during recovery. I've definitely looked crazy in recovery. But I love you guys, and I just wanted to check in and say thank you for being here. Thank you for watching me and stuff. I love you. Bye.